Very good evening on this. What are we? Wednesday? On this beautiful Wednesday? And Christmas coming. It's amazing, man. It's my favorite time of the year is Christmas. Because, I don't know, it cures my anxiety. Yeah, it is what it is. What am I doing here? Let's post some stuff. I'm also live on Twitch, by the way. Look at that. Hi, Twitchers. What's up, man? What's up, this one guy? It's probably myself here. Look at that. Isn't that pathetic? I also need to update my Discord. Real quick here. Where is Discord? Here is it. Tell me everything, guys. What have you been doing these past days, man? What are you building? What's going on? The gym. Tell me, the girls. Tell me everything. Or the boys. Hey. Shit. Somebody's at the fucking door. Look at this, guys. Oh, Christmas! I was talking about Christmas, and look what's going on here. My dog is barking like a savage. Look at this, what I got. God fucking damn it! Live on stream. Look at this. What would that be? I have no clue. It's a birthday. It's a birthday present. Yeah, it's a birthday present. So I cannot open it. You know what I mean? Because it's not my birthday. 28th November. Write that down. There should be another package arriving this evening, right? I have no clue why it's so late, but if you hear the bell or my dog barking, let me know in the chat, because noise cancellation, everything, techno music and all that stuff. What's going on here? Osama Ibrahim, of course. Why Osama is always here? Merhaba, Nasselsen, Salam alaikum. Goeiedag, bonjour, aloha, ni hao. Look at this, man. I can greet everyone in his own language. This is crazy. Auntie, what is up? David, what's up, man? Welcome, boss. Dean Cash, what's up? Little Dev, what's poppin'? Hello from Turkey. Merhaba. Nasselsen. Wait, something is running in the fucking background. Let's get it's Twitch here. What is up? Undefno from Twitch. Actually, to be honest, I need to fucking have this Twitch chat somewhere. Wait, how can I do this? What's going on? Let's pause this motherfucker here real quick before we're gonna build the message queue. Continue the message queue in Golang, and it's our consumers, so we need to do WebSockets because... Yeah, yes, I watch League of Legends streams, guys. I know. How can I detach this thing? Where's this here? Chat, loskoppelen. That basically means detach the chat. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna put it in here. Yeah. Brother the guest, what is up? Back on Twitch. Yeah, so I'm basically doing multi-streaming. I need to record. So my PC can explode. But that should be fine. Are we set actually? This guy. Delete this. Yes. Open up the G stream so we can start. Merry Christmas. Mohammed. What up? Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? I'm doing actually pretty fine. I'm gonna lie. Where are you originally from? I'm from Belgium. Yeah. Belgica. Van Vlaming. Ja, ik ben een Vlaming. Praat Vlaams. Beautiful, man. In German, the word loskoppelen also exists. Yeah, I think it's the same. Your voice is a little low. How is this even possible, man? I already bumped it up so hard, guys. Please. Is my voice low? Is the sound bad? Let me know, because I'm basically figuring out settings and limiters and gains and noise compressors and another It's crazy. I'm a streamer, guys. Let me know. If somebody has experience with all these fucking settings, jump into my Discord community and help me. You know what I mean? I can even pay you fucking money if you can fix all that stuff. I don't give a shh. Voice is fine. Thank you, Joe, by the way. I'm a Joe. He's also working at Lavenue with me from my community. And I love this guy. He's the best. Probably time. Okay, cool. So, what are we going to do? We're going to keep continuing this message queue here, right? let me think. What did we do? So I think we have something in CMD, which is the test publish, right? So we could do something like this. Let's clean, go, run, CMD, test publish, may not go, right? So yeah, of course we need to run this thing also. That's yeah, make maybe like that. Yeah, pretty fine, pretty fine. And then we can actually run this command here, boom, and it's going to publish to our message queue. Fine. At the topic 1, apparently, right? That's good. So that's fine. But now we need to. What's going on? Guys, please. It's like the thing is that I'm working 24/7, but people they don't, right? So they are gonna call me like, ha 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 ha, I'm done working. Haha, I'm gonna send him a message or call him. No, you don't. You leave me alone. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna use the consumers. The first thing we maybe gonna do is in this make file. It's gonna do something like test p. We're gonna say here out go run cmd may no test publish, I guess may not go, right? Why do we do this? Because then we can actually do make p here, make test p. Yeah, that's fine. So we don't need to type that in, right? You know what I mean? Actually make a space here, close this thing. Consumer. Yeah, we have this function foo just to so we know we stopped here, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much, Yogurt with Love, for the donation, man, for the super chat. Thank you so much. This is a little late, but congrats on the marathon. Oh boy, my today it's actually my rest day from the gym, and I thought I'm gonna go for a 6-kilometer run. Oh boy, that was crazy. I'm gonna lie, all my condition is it's completely gone. At least we can do squats again, right? At least we can do squats and deadlifts heavy. Now that we don't need to train for the fucking marathon, it was wild. Anyway, but I got the medal. That's what I wanted, right? Yeah. So web, yeah. Consumers, guys. Let me think. It's gonna be hard. We have this interface here. Okay, cool. Let's open up main, maybe server, maybe. Yes. What do you think about a task file instead of a make file? There are probably much better things than a make file, but I don't know. I'm old. I'm so sorry. Like, attempt to stick to things that work. That's something that people forget. People are always gonna improve. They wanna use more exciting stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm just sticking with boring things. I don't know. Probably because I'm lazy. Okay, so if we wanna have consumers, we need to have peers, and I think we're gonna handle. We need to handle the peers in in the server, right? So let's do something like that. Peers. That's gonna be a good question. Probably a map. I have no fucking clue what it's gonna be. I think it's a netcon. We don't know. We need to investigate that with consumers. Type ws consumer. It's gonna be a structure. That should be. Like I said, guys, I have no clue what I'm doing. This is all on the top of my head. Like, I'm Bob Ross. You know what I mean? WS consumer. That should be a start function, just like that, with an error, right? How can we do that? So a consumer is gonna dial. Yeah. So that's actually not. This is bad. This consumer start interface completely is Man, I'm choking here right now. Let me think. Somebody's gonna dial, so we need a fucking. This should be start. To be honest, it is what it is. Do we need something like that? How do we do that? What's going on here? Producers. Get. The man himself has no clue what he's doing. Handle func. Is it something like that? /ws, something like this, and then handle ws, right? Func handle. Shit, but that's not echo or something else. That's basically... God damn it. Listen and serve. I have no clue, guys. We need to do something like... are we going to use the same port as our HTTP transport? That's the question. Right? Because we have a producer here, right? Which is the HTTP producer. And the HTTP producer is listening to port 3000 because that's the holy grail of ports. That's going to be 4000. I don't care, right? And then we're going to use the WS itself. And then we're going to say func this WS pointer to this WS web consumer. Serve HTTP W HTTP dot response writer pointer to an HTTP request. Why is this screen still open? Can we do something like this? Right? So what we need to do here is we can actually return that. What we need to do is upgrade. So we're gonna have one consumer, which is going to upgrade the WebSocket connection, and each time somebody connects, it's going to do some magic voodoo witchcraft. What do you think about that? 4000 is the holy grail. Actually, the holy grail is this port, guys. 13337. 3337. Can I type this one? That's the holy grail of ports, but that's a secret. How do we do that? I think it's WebSocket. I have no fucking clue. We need to upgrade that. WebSocket. So what you could do, what you can do if you don't know how to do things out of the top of your head, you can go to Stack Overflow, but sometimes you can try stuff until it works. For example, upgrade. You see, you type up, and then you see some things. I think we need to make an upgrader. Is that true? God fucking damn it, that's not what we need. This is also deprecated. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something like this. Var upgrader is going to be an WebSocket dot upgrader, which is a struct. Is it a default upgrader? I think we put R into this thing and call it a day. Probably not. All things and the header. We don't need a header, so it's gonna be W, R, and nil, and that's gonna return us a com. Yes, and that's a netcom or a websocket.com. It should be. It's a netcom because. It's important because what we're gonna do here as server, right? We're gonna have something like peers or consumers actually. Why do we have this? It's gonna be a map netcom. And what you could do is a boolean, or actually to be honest, an empty struct. But let's do a boolean to be safe. Netcom. Why? Because netcom is an interface, and if we use WebSocket.com pointers. The problem is then we cannot have some else transport. For example, I want to have a custom TCP transport, for example, with a Redis simple serialization protocol or whatever protocol, a UDP, UDME, Anthony GG, who knows, right? So a netcon is an interface, so that's fine. I hope. So yeah, let's start painting here, right? So there's gonna be a com and an error, right? And if there is an error here, we're gonna say, I have no clue, we're gonna say this, right? Just the error, and then return or something. Wait, we can print this. Come. That's fine. So now, what we're gonna do. What up? What up? What's up, man? What's up, boss? Welcome to the movement. Wait, so we're gonna configure this. We have producers here. I mean, probably gonna have consumers. I'm typing not on point today, not gonna lie. Don't know why. Jerked too much off today, I think. Could be a reason. It's a little bit wanky. Anthony, it's a programming stream. Shit, we don't have a constructor for our boy here. constructors always under the struct. Func new ws consumer. This one pointer to actually maybe a pointer to this thing, also an error because Golang, and then we're gonna return n the ws consumer nil because I don't know. And then, well, this thing is actually so dumb that we don't need to do anything. We can just do this, right? But that's now. That's probably gonna change a couple minutes later into this thing. Yeah. We could give a port in here. Did we do that for our HTTP? Yeah, we did. Well, let's do the same thing. Listen adder is going to be a string, right? And then we're going to say new consumer, listen adder, string here, right? Listen. Let's behave a little bit, right? Listen adder, something like that. Yeah. We have a config. Should we actually? Yeah, we should behave like Actually, this should be HTTP listen adder. It's gonna be ws listen adder, right? If somebody is behind me with a knife, tell me, because I have no fucking clue. You can rob my whole house right now. You know what I mean? You can even steal my dog, and it's gonna be all fine because I have no clue what's going on. Needles consumer cfg.ws listen add or something like that. It's not gonna work because I have no fucking clue. Huh? What's going on? Tell me. It's complaining because we have an error. So we can fix it, but we are lazy, right? So we're gonna do this, we're gonna delete that, do this, and then not return the null here. You know what I mean? Alright. Okay, cool. So now we have these consumers. Now we need to do service start. So we're gonna arrange over these consumers, right? And we're gonna call start on these boys. But we need to do the same thing. We're gonna do a go func because they're gonna probably keep hanging, right? But how do we communicate that we need to stop them? Good question, Anthony. You see, it's again the voice in my head asking me questions. Yeah, that's it. That's the play. That's the play. Wait, are we running here? Yeah, we do. Let's run here real quick. Make presenter. We can't. Oh, that's because we are actually have this test P here. I don't want that. If I press make, it needs to be this run thingy, right? So I'm gonna put that in here. Boom. Make. Clear. Make. Bind 80 permission denied. Made a big mistake. I'm not gonna lie. What's that? Let's see, my friend. That's so. This is so unreadable. Yeah, that's why you need to call me, isn't it? Permission denied. What's going on? Am I? Oh yeah, I see. No, I see not. Yes, I see. Because here's the config, and we need to do something. Listen. 4,000 for these boys here. Save. Make again. Cool. So HTTP transport start. Maybe we should log it out. What do you think, chat? Yeah, let's do that. Something like here, right? slog, to be honest. Slog info. Small n. WebSocket. Consumer started. And then we could say on what port. Actually, listen adder. Something like that. Or port. Who cares, right? And that's going to be WS listen adder. Something like that, right? Make again. Boom. All right, cool. That's nice. So now we basically have that setup. So now we're going to connect. How are we going to do that? So normally, the cool stuff is about this message queue with this transport. Actually, the cool stuff is on WebSocket transport is that basically you don't need to do a lot of stuff for that if you want to connect with this from other languages. Rust. Let me repeat that. If you want to connect with other languages, for example, JavaScript, Python, and something else, right? You just dial this, and then we're gonna come up with some subscribing protocol, right? But if you really want, you can we could make a library in Go which wraps WebSockets, and then you just can call consume or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. Go start consumer would be better. That's completely true. That's true. That would be cleaner. 100% correct. Anti, man. 100% correct. Good job, boss. So this foo dialer, yeah. So what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna make something simple. Test consumer. Yeah, something like that. New file here, main.go. Package main. Func main. Let's open up consumer here. Let's copy. Copy all the things. How many years you code in Golang? That would be 10 years, I guess. I was pretty early. I had the luck that I actually could convince my bad CTO into using Golang. Because we started with PHP, then we swapped to Node because I found out about Node. So I said, yeah, we need to do it in Node. And then I found out about Golang. I said, yeah, we need to do it in Golang. And he was so stupid that he just listened to me. And that's how I learned Golang. And getting paid. And also getting late. It was an amazing time to be alive, I'm not gonna lie. What else even, man, more? Can I import this? Yeah, we can. So we're gonna dial this thing. So that's gonna be a WS. How does that work? Localhost, and then it's gonna be the port of ports 4K. Actually, to be honest, Anthony, can you? Yeah, that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a connection and an error. There is no other way it can be. If ash press enter. What the hell is that? Is it not? What? Also an HTTP response. Why? Why would we need that? Oh yeah, I see. It returns a response probably from the consumer thing. It's probably gonna return the response here if you do a W write. You know what I mean? That's neat. Not gonna lie, didn't know that. Learning each day. What did you create? Two separate commands instead of an argument to a single command. Yeah, I know. Just because I don't know. Yeah, we could make something like with parsing arguments and all that stuff. But hey, it's already done. You know what I mean? It's already been done. Don't need to worry about parsing arguments. Can we do? This is gonna be a little bit tricky, guys, because this is not the easiest thing we're gonna do, but it's very important. Actually, can we have? Can we please type for a moment? Make, that's fine. And then we're gonna actually say. Sounds good to me, isn't it? It works. You know what I mean? Look at that. We're already having bits and bytes. That's nice. So, okay, cool. That's fine. So what we're gonna do here? No. We need to do, guys, in this stream, we need to do 3 things. We need to make sure we have the guy that consumes. The consumer that dials is in our peer list. We need to make sure that the consumer that dials has some kind of a protocol to let us know what he want to do. And then we need to make sure that everything that's not committed for that kind of consumer group is being pushed over the WebSocket connection. That's 3 things, and that's not the easiest things. That's not the easiest things to do. So we're gonna do that. So, first problem. We have a consumer We have a server. How are we going to communicate to the server that there is a new peer knocking on the door? Here. Disconnection. Again, like in the previous stream, we said, yeah, but we could actually use the server and put that into the consumer, and then we can call server at peer with a mutex, and it's all good. True. And actually, I'm tempting to do that because it's going to be very easy. And it's gonna feel off if you do that. If you do this, server, it's gonna feel a little bit off. Because that gives you the power of, that gives you like, hey, programming is so fucking simple. Which actually is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do something and then you say, hey, but it's so simple. And because it's so simple, you're gonna question yourself if this is the right approach. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? That coming up with a simple solution is going to question yourself, hey, this is too simple. I need to make it much harder. Let that sink in. I'm just like, it's sinking in right now. It's crazy. That's authentication. Whoosh. Sana, what are you doing, man? God damn it. Of course, authentication is also something we can integrate. But like I said, first things first, you know what I mean? So let's say we could also use some kind of a peers channel. And that seems to me is the best of both worlds, right? Because if we have a server here, then we can actually do something like server peers. It's actually a private variable. Anyway, you know what I mean? You could do add peer, you could call add peer here, actually public function add peer, and then do this, right? This connection, right? Or add con, you know what I mean? And it's all fine. But then your server peers needs to be protected with a mutex and so on. But that feels so good. You can also use a channel, a peers channel, right? You could do the WS peers channel, and you can actually what's going on here? Make a peer or a connection in here, right? Something like that. But then you need to, in your server, what you need here is, again, we have this loop here, right? Then you can actually use this thing to communicate, like case peer or connection actually, and we say as peer channel, which doesn't exist, right? And then we can add it without a mutex. Guys, decide how are we gonna do that? Where's the Vim? Good question. I did it my way. No, I did it both ways in the past. I see some people using a channel, and I also see people that don't give a fuck and don't use a channel. The question about it is performance, mutexes, okay, but it's a peer. It's adding fucking peers. What kind of performance do you need for adding a peer? Zero performance. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? As long as this guy don't need to wait 10 minutes, it's fine. Like I said, if you were a game dev, if you're a game developer, which are basically the chats of developers, let's be honest, because web development, I'm so sorry, but it's full of nitpicking dumbasses. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is, right? But in game dev, everybody's just a chat, you know what I mean? So what we're gonna do is this. Let's try. Let's experiment. If it's bad, it's bad. Then we can change it up. If you want to use a channel, you can use a channel. It doesn't really matter, right? So we're gonna make a function here. Get store for topic. Yeah. It's an important function, so we're gonna do it here. As pointer server, add peer, add connection maybe. What do you guys peer? What do you guys love? Add com. That's maybe better, right? Add com c. It's gonna be a net com, right? Just like that. So we're gonna say as I'm gonna change it up here. Cons. How is the music? Can you actually hear it? I can hear it. Man, this is, I don't know what it is, it's the vibe. Azu and Amir. Just like that. s cons equals append s cons con c. It's a fucking map, you motherfuckers. Like, now it's a boolean, but you can add some more information about that specific peer, because the problem is you have an interface. And the netcon interface. Can we save this and go in GG? Oh my god, this is... I love it. So the netcon interface only has read, write, close, local, other, remote, other, and then some set deadline, read deadline, yada 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 yada. Right? Nothing useful. Well, a lot of useful things, but nothing really describing your peer. Maybe you want to add a handshake. Maybe you want to add, I don't know, some name. I don't know, something. Right? You can't. You could wrap. You could make your own peer interface, or you could make your own peer. It doesn't need to be an interface. You could make a pointer, just a structure, where you put that connection in with some additional information. That's also an option. Like I said, programming. There are so many options. You know what I mean? It's like the Kama Sutra. There is no such thing that's wrong or bad. Some things are just more difficult to perform, but looks much cooler. Depends. You know what I mean? Some people like it from behind. And some people like it from a complete other angle. To be honest, I see on my Discord, like, guys, you should not read books for programming. You should not read books. But actually, the Kama Sutra is a very good book. I think you can read things in the Kama Sutra. It's crazy. It's like, what the hell is that? I've never even seen this. How do you do that here? It's crazy. Like, what the hell is that? How are people doing this? This is dangerous stuff in there, man. You need to be a fucking athlete. Holy crap. That's insane. No, 90% of the chat, Kama Sutra, huh? Google. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But we're gonna actually say something like, ooh. Why don't you use air? I have no clue what air is, my friend. Tell me what air is. What kind of package is that? We don't use any packages. The only thing we're gonna use is the Gorilla WebSocket thingy, because, yeah, we're not gonna write WebSockets from scratch. You know what I mean? I have no fucking clue. The problem is, actually, guys, what we need to do is this. What up? So, listen, let's do nothing here. Can we do that? I'm gonna teach you something. Well, teach you. I'm gonna say something actually. What we should do with these peers and these connections. Adcon, yeah. We can't. You're not gonna be kidding me. It's gonna be concon actually, to be honest. Can we do that? Please say we have. We don't. This connection is not a. Yeah. It does not implement the con interface. I completely agree. The problem is, do we have something underlying con? But we need to write. Are we fucked? So let's read here, right? Netcon returns the underlying connection that is wrapped by C. Note that writing to or reading from this connection directly will corrupt the WebSocket connection. That's the problem. We need to write, and we need to write, because if we need to write. So that basically means but this thing has write, right? Right? I want to see this connection. Sometimes you need to dive in, guys. Like I said, does this connection has a write? This is the underlying one. This is actually the Golang standard library netcon, which has write. The problem is documentation tells us that, hey, if you use the underlying connection and you use write, you're going to pollute the WebSocket. We don't want that. The question about it is discon. Can I write fatal, write buff? You see, it doesn't have a right, man. It's time to bring on the serious stuff. It's time to basically actually do programming, guys. Now we're gonna actually learn you how to program. What's going on? Can we kill this? Yeah. Air is a mess. Bloody shit for hot reloads. Yeah, but we don't need hot reload, guys. I understand it can be handy sometimes, but like, guys, we are programmers. You know what I mean? We are not. We are fucking we're programmers, man. Come on. How hard is it to basically just type some stuff sometimes? Okay. Okay, let's bring out the real programming stuff. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna make a peer.go, right? We're gonna say package peer. No main, no gstring. Is it main? It's main. Okay. Could actually do netcon peer interface wrap this thing. Let me think. We need to call. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say peer interface, and we're gonna actually say. You can watch all these tutorials on YouTube and all that stuff. You can do that, but what I'm doing here right now is basically just this gets you hired. This gives you a job off. If you don't, if you do not earn 10k a fucking month after watching 1 year of my videos, you are doing something wrong. I'm so sorry, because what I'm teaching you here is basically nobody fucking knows how to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Almost nobody. I mean, come on. You can learn how to do Svelte full stack apps and basically come on your screen with Tailwind and ChatCN. But this is real shenanigans going on here, guys. So the problem is that we need to have a peer interface, right? And we could say something like a WS peer. Look at that. WS peer, which is going to be a structure, right? So why? Because we're going to have in this WS peer, I'm him. Look at that. Is it gonna be a pointer? Yeah, probably, yeah. Oh my goodness, man, this feels so good! If it's gonna work, I have no fucking clue. I'm probably shooting myself in the fucking foot. I'm gonna lie here, and I'm gonna say add arrow, right? How are we gonna do that? You're gonna say P. It has right. It has right. But why is it? It's probably the fucking. We don't want netcon here, to be honest. What's going on? Mais enfin, c'est quoi ça? Elle parle français très bien. That's the only thing I actually can speak in French. Not gonna lie. I'm debating you all. Let me see. I'm doing programming stuff, man. Like I said. There's gonna be. Yeah. Wait. Hola. Un momento, por favor, eh. Mais enfin, c'est quoi ça, hein? Netcom. I don't say it's gonna be a netcom, my friend. I just updated you interface, yo. Oh. We can do this. I don't know. I have no clue, guys. Let me choke a little bit. That's fine. I'm not gonna embed that thing. Yeah, of course it's right! You idiot! You're an idiot! Of course it has right. I'm not him. What the fuck? Of course I was checking P and right came up and I thought, huh, what the hell? But it doesn't have right, man. What the fuck is that? How can I ban this guy? I can't. Where is Nightbot? What the fuck is going on here? How do I fucking ban this boy? I can't. I can't even ban you. God fucking damn it. Are you married? No. No, I'm not married. God damn it, guys. Why is this so fucking hard, man? Why do I need to make things so hard? So, wait. Why is this con has no right, man? Who's making these libraries? Who's making this? Who is making that? That's why JSON. Okay, okay. They made, yeah, I see. Yeah, cool. Nice library, but yeah. So okay. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's good. We can handle that. So we're gonna make a new WSP. So we're gonna make this a little bit better. We're gonna say func new WSP. Come on, Anthony, we need to be fast here, right? We're gonna say com. We're gonna make a com from a websocket.com. That's fine. So why do we do this, guys? Because listen, if we only use WebSockets, then it's fine. Then we don't care. Then we can just put this WebSocket con pointer into our map and call it a day, take the money, and sip margaritas on the beach. The problem is that we want to support multiple transports. I was from the opinion like, hey, that's good because it's probably everything returns a con in Golang, right? TCP, UDP, whatever you call it, it's a connection. gRPC has that if you really want to. And you can just, connection is in that con, you can call write and you can call read on that. And close, whatever. Problem is that WebSocket connection is a pointer to that thing, which wraps the netcon but doesn't have write and read. You could do that if you call underlying con, but that will pollute the WebSocket, probably the protocol, because WebSocket has a protocol and they basically wrap that with some, you know. So what we're gonna do is, hold my fucking beer. Hold my beer. That was so good, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna say return this. We're gonna fix it. Look at that. Like this, and then we're gonna say that this connection, we don't care about that thing. Do we? We do. Do we? Probably not. Come like that, right? That's what we do. We are gonna say right, but we gonna assume. I actually wanna use JSON for now. So let's say we call everything write JSON and we make everything write JSON. You know what I mean? Also the TCP peer will write JSON. That's easy. To be honest, no, that's actually, we can make it even better. How do they call that? I'm gonna say it's sent, man. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change the game. That's what I'm gonna do. Changing the game. Is it right binary? P, com. Right message. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And it's going to be a WebSocket type binary. Binary message B. And that's going to return an error, please. Bellissimo. Fantastic. Voila. That's what we need. Send. You know what I mean? In programming, you need to basically let things obey like you want them to function, right? We got this. So that basically means this is going to be the send function, which takes in bytes. Because that could be JSON, that could be anything we want, because it's bytes. Bytes, arbitrary. This is actually such an important stream. Yeah. I mean, again, it's not because I'm doing this, but legit, if you know these concepts, there is nothing that's gonna stop you. You know what I mean? Even your lead developer does not know these things. You know what I mean? Even your lead developer does not know it. So how can you fail a job interview? How can you not make money with this? How? Tell me. We can do something like this actually. Peer, com, whatever. It's gonna be a new WS peer actually, guy. What the hell? Peer, and then we're gonna say connection. Beautiful. And then we're gonna say P. Voila. Choking. And again, it's not working. I don't know why. Let me see. Yeah, that's a netcon. No, that's not going to be a netcon. It's going to be a peer. P. P. And now we're going to change it up again because we changed it to peer. So we're going to say peers. Just to make it a little bit. You know what I mean? Peers. Yes, look at that. Look at this. Beautiful. New peer. Maybe. Can we do this? What is Aslog gonna do with this structure? Who knows? Probably nothing because it's an interface. What is it gonna do? It's gonna print, probably dump out a pointer address. To be honest, that's that. That was a wild ride. I'm gonna lie. And now. A little happy accident, guys. We don't use send, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I know. It's the map. I didn't actually knew it, but it's the map, right? So first thing you have a nil pointer or something. It's basically it's a map that's empty, right? Because we're gonna have this peer map here. You know what I mean? In server, but it's nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? It's just completely never to be seen. So we're gonna say make a map of peers with a boolean, yeah, something like that. Should basically do the tricks, yeah. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna do this, right? Boom. Press enter. Okay. It's fine. It's good. Hey, chill. It's not a map. It's something else. What the fuck is this? I don't even... What the hell is going on? You should use Rust because that's a safe language and you cannot have it. Yeah, if this is Rust, we're not complete before 2026. Good. Have a lot of fun doing network programming in Rust. Wish you the best. It's probably... Okay, cool. Okay, come, this thing. Yeah, so this is fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Add con, server. We don't add the server. That's it, guys. It's the server. What are you doing? You're gonna call add con on nil? You're not him. So we're gonna do... yeah, that's gonna be it. Server could S or something. It doesn't really matter. Right, okay, cool. Actually, did we... Yeah, it's all good, all according to plan. Okay, cool. Let me see it, Twitch. How many years you coding Golang? 10. Yeah, I already answered that. Where's Vim? Nowhere to be seen. Bloru, if you're still here, what's your top 3 books and top 3 movies? Top 3 books, I have no fucking clue. But the top 3 movies would be at number 3. I have no clue. Number 1 is The Wolf of Wall Street. That's my number 1 movie. Also, Catch Me If You Can is very good. Let's Catch Me If You Can is number 2, and number 3 is gonna be a lot of good movies out there. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. The Notebook. Titanic. Titanic. I said the same time you typed it in. This is amazing. Yeah, Undef said Rust is cool, fun, and all until you have to get shit done. I'm not him. That's true. Rust is not a bad language at all. It's just a very... The thing is, if you're very good, if you practice your stuff a lot and you write a lot of Rust day in, day out, you're gonna become super fast in Rust, right? Even with networking, right? That's the thing. Of course, you can. Someone can easily say, yeah, but that's a hard language and you cannot do this and yada yada. But by the end of the day, it's just because you lack the experience, you lack the muscle memory. You know what I mean? You lack the knowledge, so you need to look things up a lot. You make a lot of mistakes, and it's getting your dopamine, your reward system is not getting triggered that much, right? And that makes you quit or makes you go back to where you came from. You know what I mean? But I think Rust is a good language. It's just a little bit too big of a language. It tries to do a little bit too much, in my opinion. Right? I love the concept of memory safety and all that stuff. I like that. I like the traits. I like a lot of stuff in Rust. The pattern matching is amazing. Error handling is amazing. But then you have so many things you can do with it that it's very hard to... The standard library is also so big that there is basically a function for everything, for handling arrays, handling maps and all that. It's like, it's just too big of a language. Too big of an idea, I think. But hey, that's my opinion. I have some stuff in Rust, right? That's not the thing. Okay, where the fuck are we here? Make, what's going on? New consumer. Yeah, the server. We're gonna do some... This is gonna be such a cool thing. Trust me. Okay, cool. Now we have a problem because this is server. We need to put server inside a thing. So we're gonna do... what is going on? Wait, hey! Man, sometimes I'm completely out of this world and I cannot find anything. S is this. Return S null probably, and then we're gonna say S in here. That's not gonna work, Anthony. I don't know what you're doing, but that's basically not good. I understand. Press enter. Can we fit this guy in here? Then do this, join this line, do this, delete that, press enter. We can. Alright. Yes! Very good. Very good. Info. Added a new peer. And then we're gonna get this thing, right? Because... And then we have this printed out, which is the netcon. And this is probably a write buffer, right? This is his buffer here. Big buffer bytes, pre-allocated. Probably 1048 or maybe less. 120, I don't know. Just trying to pinpoint these things, right? That's good. So we're gonna put that thing. Of course, what you need to do is we cannot assume, like for now we're gonna make it easy and simple. But in a real, if we're gonna make this prediction ready, you cannot just add somebody to your peer list if somebody just connects to your endpoint, right? You first need to do some authentication, some handshake, some... Yeah, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna assume that if somebody dials right now, and it's gonna be, that could be, for the people that are following me, say if you really wanna learn, and you wanna, how can I fucking say this? You wanna help? You can make a PR where you are trying to add a handshake authentication mechanism in this thing, right? It's a good lesson for you, and it's very useful because, yeah. Okay. Anthony, can I ask you something on Discord? Like advice? Yeah, sure, man. Add me on Discord, so I gonna friend you, and then we can discuss this between you and me. You know what I mean? Noob Dev, what up, man? But Anthony, Rust is really fast. Yeah, but what is fast? I mean, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, this triggers so many people. I have shorts about it, I have videos about it, people that triggers people each time I say, hey, but performance does not matter. And they take it too seriously, right? They really think that I mean is that we can write shit code and just have any amount of latency. Of course not, but at the higher level, let's say you build something very clean in Golang, right? You have a very min-maxed program. A min-max, this is not min-max, right? You first write your idea, make it work, and then you're gonna start min-maxing it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing if you play World of Warcraft or something else. Before you're gonna min-max your build, or Path of Exile or Diablo, before you're gonna min-max your build, you're first gonna gather the gear, right? And then when you have all the pieces, all the legendary pieces, what you need, then you're gonna start min-maxing. You know what I mean? If you have a min-maxed Golang application and a min-maxed Rust application, maybe in theory, at certain scenarios, on certain machines, Rust is gonna perform way better. But if you take a look at how much speed increase you're gonna get for what you need, it's not gonna be worth the trouble writing that in Rust, right? Because writing tutorial Rust is easy and looks very cool, but writing production ready concurrent networking Rust is a pain in the fucking asshole. But making games, I mean, making other things in Rust, it makes more sense. Compilers, programming languages, why not? Parsers and all that stuff. But networking, in my opinion, I'm not quite sure if you're really gonna be that faster and if it's gonna matter that much. You know what I mean? But there are always people that gonna prove me wrong, and they're right. That's the thing. They are right, but sometimes you need to let it sink. Let it sink in. If Golang basically disappears tomorrow, I don't give a shit. I will pick something else. I'm not married. It's just an easy language. I don't know what it is. It's just fucking easy. There is nothing to write. You know what I mean? Golang is such a small language. How can you not know that? It's basically just a very simple C. Memory managed, garbage collected. You just press buttons and Probably it's gonna work. Okay, now we need to focus up because I really want to get some stuff done. 1 hour is perfect. No, the stream is not frozen. It's just the music stopped and I also stopped breathing at the same fucking time. We need to do something about that. Okay, cool. Is my internet? Is my internet fucking borked? You need to add me to Discord, says that. Yeah, no, you need to add me on Discord. Just send a message. Send a message somewhere. Send me a message right now. Send a message in general. Hey, Anthony, can you add me as a friend? Send that now in general and I will do it right now. What are people doing actually here? Diablo 2, what the fuck is this? League of Legends. Guys, do you need to program? What are you doing? What is everybody doing? Here, playing Visual Studio Code. I like that. Playing Counter-Strike? This guy is always playing a game 24/7. It's crazy. How long can you go without breathing? I don't know, man. A minute or something? I have no clue. I'm not gonna test it on stream because there's nobody here to back me up whenever something happens. If I get a stroke or something, I'll really die. The problem is you cannot kill yourself with... Let's ban him. Hi, Anthony. Ban. Get out of here. Friend. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna show you the conversation. That's for tonight. I'm starting to rediscover Go because of your channel. Thank you very much. Hey, no worries, man. Like I said, I'm probably also going to do some other languages soon. Because I think I have a lot of Golang videos and I really want to expand my channel a little bit. With, like, more of, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of audience that does not know me because they are not interested in Go, right? But... let's just be honest. We can be chats in any fucking language. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's focus. Okay, focus. God damn it! Okay, we can add peers. That's fine. So we have a peer. Good. And now. So now that we have a peer in here. Now that we have a peer. How do we know when we need to... what message we need to publish? Because he needs to do some kind of a protocol, some kind of a mating dance. How are we going to do that? It's probably in consumers. We're going to put that in. So we're going to say add com and then it's fine here, right? I'm gonna do something like a type a message. Coming up with this, like I said, on the fucking floor. Yeah. Copy paste that. Oh, we can do this. Yeah. Why is this message? Do we already have a message actually? We do. What the hell? Huh? Yeah, I see what it has. A producer message. Yeah. Okay, fine. The thing is, should we, if we have WebSocket consumers and they wanna basically communicate with the server, are they gonna have their own protocol? They probably will, right? Let's call this a WS message and let's see. Maybe we're gonna change that up. Sometimes you have no clue, right? But that's fine. You just press a button and hope for the best later on. You know what I mean? Action topic is fine. So what we're gonna do is each time Let's make this message here. That's going to be a WS message. We can't. We fucking can't. Promise we cannot import this, right? Because it's a main. Okay. We can solve that real quick. Close your fucking eyes. Because it's time. To not keep it dry. Yeah, we can fix that later. Maybe we're gonna make a new package which is gonna call net or message or whatever, and then we can import that over. Yeah, that's fine. No big of a deal, guys. No big of a deal. WS message. We're gonna say here that the action is going. The action. Not an action. You know what I mean? In Belgium you have an action, and in the Netherlands, and you can buy a lot of cool stuff there. You know what I mean? You can literally buy the whole shop and still have money on your bank account. It's crazy. It's so cheap there. It's wild. You know what I mean? I most of the time I buy my cleaning products there. It's crazy. It's like Mr. Cleaner, and then all this other stuff, Swiffers, and it's amazing. I buy everything on the company, you know. And then they say, huh? Miss Pixel, huh? Who's that? Yeah. Action. Subscribe, right? Subscribe. And then we could say something like, of course, this protocol is not going to be the best right now, right? You can make it your own. Topic is going to be Foobar Bus. You know what I mean? Something like that. Is it Marshall or unmarshall? It's probably Marshall, isn't it? We can write JSON, Anthony. What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? I know. I completely know. You could use this thing as write JSON. You know what I mean? It's like it will do it for you. Of course, it will probably use the Golang standard JSON serializer. And if you want to go very fast, I would recommend using something like Sonic. Or something else. You have Sonic and some other fast JSON serializer in Golang, which I recommend using if you really want to send a lot of messages over WebSockets or over the wire in JSON format. For example, the tech trader trading project I made was using something like that, because you need to send a lot of messages in a very short period of time. But for the simplicity, we can just write JSON. It's probably going to return as an error. Yes, it is. If r is going to be this thing, and if the error is, of course, not null, then we're going to actually say log failout. The error. Man, Anthony, please. It's time to go to sleep. Something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dial. We're going to send that message. It's not going to work. Well, it's going to work. The problem is we cannot read it. Why? Because we don't have a read loop. Correct. So that's where things are getting tricky, right? You see this consumer here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, it's one connection. Yeah, I see what it is. Of course, Anthony, what are you doing? Where's consumer here? Here, right? We're gonna try. We have still time. We're gonna try to make that work, right? That's the goal of today. Is basically produce messages, consume messages, right? And then we need to. The next time we need to add some more stuff in, right? We need to add commits of the messages. We need to add consumer groups and all that beautiful stuff. But first things first, you know what I mean? That's how you need to program. You need to first things first. We can min-max everything later on. No big of a deal, yo. Yeah, so this W consumer is gonna have a connection, which is this bad boy here, right? This one, this beautiful thing here. Wait, oh man. I'm thinking I have a better idea, because this is actually super weird, because it's not a... What else are you gonna do if you dial? If you dial to the server. If you dial to the message queue. Hey, hello, message queue. I'm a new connection and I want to consume stuff. What else do we expect? Nothing, right? We only want... What we want to know is... What we want to know if he dials is, one, what kind of topic do you want to consume? Or maybe topics, right? And what kind of... What kind of topics do you want? And two, what is your consumer group? Right? That's what we want to know. And nothing more. So I was thinking, how because it's so easy, we could actually use a header. Here. Where is it? Here. We can actually, this guy here is a header. And a header gives head. According to the idiomatic interface implementation namings, according to the Golang chapter 3.0. But, so we could actually give all that information in a header and then we're done. So we don't need to hassle with dial in and then write what we want to do here. But, let's say I'm subscribed. This is important because you need to think a little bit further. Let's say we do it with a header, easy peasy, right? Okay, I want to subscribe to topic Foo Bar Bars, and my consumer group is Jansje met de pet. But then we want to change that. We want to unsubscribe to a certain topic, and we want to change consumer group or something. Yeah, then we have a big problem because the header is already been sent. You know what I mean? How come you aren't using actors? Very good question, David Kyle. This is a very, very good question. I can see actors coming into play very, very handy here. This is an actor project, but I wanted to keep it very normal. You know what I mean? No actors, no different things, just standard library, the most. And just try to code it like the real raw experience, you know what I mean? That's why. Jansje met the pet. It is, man. I mean, how do you come? What if we want to subscribe to new topics while they already have a WS? Exactly, right? Ashton Reef. Now I know who you are, you little rascal. That's true. So we're gonna do this thing. This is gonna be the play. So how is it gonna work? Well, because guys, it's a consumer, and a consumer only consumes. But now we also need to have some kind of a read loop to know what this guy actually wants from us. You know what I mean? So I think, and code is on GitHub. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it, right? So start here consumer. Yeah, we need to start the WS consumer. It's the fucking peer, Anthony. It's the peer, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go again. Let it this things too many times and causing me so many issues, but it is what it is. Go func. But you could. Some people hate go func, right? So we could do something like this: func peer ws peer read loop. Right, this thing for. Can we type and then say here go p read loop, just like that, right? Something like that, and then return p, right? So the thing is that, don't forget guys, we have a go routine here. We also need to find a way to communicate that this guy needs to stop when it needs to stop, right? When does it need to stop? When the connection is closed, because otherwise your read loops are going to keep waiting and you're going to have a memory leak. So I'm going to say it here, note or fix me, watch out for the memory leak, right? Later on, maybe, no, but something like that, later on. Why? Because we don't know yet how we're gonna do that, right? We have something in our back of our mind that, okay, this thing needs to stop this peer loop, read loop, but we don't know yet how we're gonna communicate that. And we will never fix it probably. Again, this is again a very good exercise if you wanna how to think about, hey, this could be a fucking job task. Yo, Ashton, we are building this thing, but we have a read loop because we need to do yada yada yada. Can you think about a way how we can actually stop that thing and clean up the memory if we are disconnected? Okay, boss, I'm on the case. Something like that. It's a very good practice to figure out how to do that. Maybe you're gonna do it. Read loop. For p con. We have a con here. Con dot read JSON. It's gonna be an MSG. A message. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, to be honest, we could do var. It's fine. I'm gonna read this message. What's it gonna return? Nothing. R. If this R. Okay, cool. If another decision, what are we gonna do? If we have a failure on reading the JSON, are we gonna keep reading, or are we gonna say, yo, this now it's enough? We're just gonna close this thing. Couple options. You could say, okay, you can send me 10 times wrong stuff, and then I'm gonna kick you out of the peer list. In this case, we're just gonna say fmt println. Actually, we could do an slog error, I think. Error, yeah. Read ws peer read error, and then we can do r and say that the error is this thing, right? And then we continue. You know what I mean? Could be an end of file. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Handle message. Error. What's this? What's going on? Save? Why? Help? Did I make a mistake? If r yada yada. Slog. Huh? It's not saving. We don't have any. Yeah, I know that, man. WS speed. Handle. Message. Actually, to be honest, yeah, it's fine. We don't need a pointer here. Can be this one. Error. Right. Save. What's going on? We're gonna parse the protocol and handle message. What is going on here with these brackets, man? If I press enter, everybody's gonna obey. Exactly. Right, read loop is this one. So now we need to start the read. Yeah, we do it here. It's all fine. Equilibrium is fine, right? So we're gonna do this, make, boom, that. Double check here, clear this screen, and probably do this. And press enter. Boom, just like that, and see what's going on. Okay, we have a problematic problem. Change of plans. Now we can actually detect what the fucking problem is, you know what I mean? It works, right? Added a new peer, handling the message, and then we have some shenanigans, but that's for later on. Why do we have foobar buzz? It's the topic we actually send, right? We want to have topics here, to be honest. It's gonna be a slice of strings. What's going on? Wait, topics here, we're gonna change it in here. Of course, this is duplicated code, I understand. I agree. I'm not him, but it's fine. Topics, slice, string, this thing, foobar bus, multiple topics. Why not? Action is subscribe. Why is it not working? Let's be my friend. Okay, thank you. You see? It's still crazy that the voice inside of my head is much smaller than myself. It's I don't know why. How did it happen? Is he reading books when I'm sleeping or something? What's going on? Because I have no clue how that is a thing. Handling message, but we want to have a printf. Why? Because we're gonna do this handling message, and then we're gonna say point to this percentage plus v. So we want to know everything. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. And call it a day. Also, we need not forget a new line, right? What's that? Clear. Make this. What the fuck is going on? This is a completely other message. God damn, it's a WS message, you fucking idiots. We need to fix that, chat. Remember that. Make a note. This WS message and this other message, it's confusing. Right? It's confusing. That's why we... Yeah. Okay. Alright, that should be better actually. Yeah. Boom. Okay, we have an action. Subscribe is fine, but there are no topics for some fucking reason. Nobody knows. Yeah, that's probably because we don't have the JSON. Again, duplicative code. So bad, so bad. Where is message here? Main? No. Server? Peer. Below? Above? Consumer then? Topics? JSON top. I knew it was something like this. Make again. This, that, presenter. Okay, cool. Now we have action, subscribe, and the topics is foobar bus. That's what we need, right? But then we have this weird error WSP read error. That's because, guys, I'm gonna tell you why that is. That's because in our code here, don't use a mouse. So what we do is we do this, right? So we say, very important, because this is why people are gonna freak out, because you're never gonna know what the problem is, but it's super easy, because this is our consumer, right? We dial, it's gonna add us as a peer, right? It's gonna start the read loop from this connection, right? The read loop here, this read loop, right? Reads potential incoming bytes from here, from this guy. These are the same, right? You're calling with your girlfriend over the phone. Girlfriend, you, right? But she's gonna send you a message, and then she says, "See you later," and she hangs up the phone. What's gonna happen here? Problems, exactly. That's what's happening. So what we're gonna do here is we also gonna... That's important because this is a consumer, right? So we're gonna do a for again, and we're gonna say message. No, message is going to be... It doesn't matter. We can do it like... In Golang, you can do it like this, or it doesn't really matter how we do it. In this case, it's gonna be a message, another WS message. Do we have a message, actually? It is a WS message. Holy crap. And we're gonna say here... the same thing, right? R, if R is going to be websocket, no, com, read JSON like this, and then put the message in here. It's going to be this one. If the error, log fatal out. We don't care actually. Although you need to be careful because end of files, you can ignore them basically. We're going to see later on how we're going to handle that. fmt println the message. Because over this WebSocket connection are we gonna push the messages in the queue also? Remember? So this action could be then basically a message or something like that. You know what I mean? Then we know that we are receiving a message. It's like a... You get the point what I mean. It's some kind of a protocol to communicate between consumer and server. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, if you use libraries, it all seems so easy. But under the hood, you're basically writing over a connection, right? There is a lot of shit going on. So basically, sometimes you need to pray and sing a song for all the people making beautiful libraries. Because under the hood, shit's kind of wild, right? Shit's kind of wild. But you have no clue because... Yeah. Message. Normally that should be better, right? Normally we should have a connection for the rest of our life. You see? No problem here. You're handling this message, which we don't. We just print it out. And here you're basically hanging on the phone, right? Okay, Auntie, teacher in school told me Go isn't unreadable because it's missing async await and try catch. Your teacher is basically broke because he's a teacher. You know what I mean? What can I say? Your teacher is a teacher, so he's broke because he earns no money because he's a teacher. So he's also probably a teacher because he sucks in programming. You know what I mean? Because otherwise he should have something like had a startup that just receives 8 million of funding. You know what I mean? But he doesn't. But I do. Right? You know what I mean? What's this, guys? I cannot even scroll, you fucking... Look at this! Dutch revenue-based financing marketplace Revenue has raised 8 million in Series A funding and acquired Belgium-based tech startup Cake, and it looks to scale its operation across Europe. Your teacher. You know what I mean? It's written in fucking Go. Tell him that. God fucking damn it, Go isn't readable. He maybe has right. But still, Go is the most readable language on the planet, you know what I mean? Go is very readable. Sometimes. Most of the time. More than not. Likely. If you don't use Go routines and for selects and other things, then it's very readable. Your teacher isn't him. Mansoor. Your teacher isn't him. No, but take this all with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Take this all. There's a little bit of an acting going on here, guys. So please take it with a grain of salt. Of course, your teacher is very important, right? But they are broke. So I'm sorry, but unless they have they have something else, they have an OnlyFans page or so. But the thing is that is there actually a language that's fucking readable? And now all the Ruby's, pick us. I don't know, man. Like, there's always something, you know what I mean? Is Dutch readable? I can read it, but you probably don't. You know what I mean? Chinese is, for me, it's unfucking readable. That language is unreadable. But a Chinese, he can read Chinese, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think it's pretty readable, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe as a point. God damn it. Is your teacher teaching this stuff? Probably don't, right? Ah, what? Hi. Isram. Why do you prefer VS Code than NeoVim? Because most of the time, VS Code just runs fast for me. It has the Vim. It basically has all Vim key bindings I need. It has very good font. Very easy to zoom for all my videos and live streams. It stays crisp. It has a good terminal integration. Stays clean. Good folder integration. Stays clean. Very readable. I can install things with a blink of an eye. Blazingly fast, would Primogen say. But it's a personal preference, right? If you have, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Configuration is also much easier. Yeah. That's why I'm using VS Code rather than Vim. I have, in my opinion, like the language servers are, for some reason, I'm sorry, people are gonna basically debug this, but the language servers in VS Code are so fast. I have no clue how they do it, why that is, but it's so fast. And in Vim sometimes it's like most of the time they don't work, right? A new update of Go, language service has left the chat. Typing Rust, language server has left the fucking chat. Python formatting has left the chat. In Vim, everything leaves the chat unless you bring it back in. But the next day, it's left again. So it's just like a continuous stress. But it's probably me because I'm not him, you know? VS Code is the only fast app Microsoft ever made. Yeah, that's actually true. I don't know why it is, but VS Code is fast. It really is. I don't understand how is that fast, because it's TypeScript, I think, right? How is it that fast? It's crazy. If you let that sink in, how do they do that? You need to go to definition in Vim. It takes ages. I don't know why. It takes ages in Golang. I can just press. Boom! It's like it's even faster than I can type. It's insane. How is this even possible? Boom. 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 It's crazy. It's like there is no latency. It's like playing League of Legends in Korea. It's crazy. It's like 5 ping or something. It's insane. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so we have sent a message. So now we... Ooh. My eyes, man. Where is handle message? Here. Normally we're gonna do some validation here, right? We're gonna do some validation and determine what we're gonna do. Are we gonna subscribe? Are we gonna unsubscribe? What kind of topic? Multiple topics? Yada yada yada. In this case, for our first MVP, for our first test case, like we're gonna launch our spaceship as a test flight. We're gonna assume we're gonna subscribe to the topic we gave, right? That basically means that we need to We have topics, and each topic has a storage, right? Let's do something like this. I'm gonna do topics, which is gonna be this. Right? So we're gonna have a function which is called add peer to topics, which we're gonna call here because our WS peer. Do we have the server here? Please? No, we don't have the fucking server here. We don't have the server here. And that's where you're gonna have it. Either gonna this what I'm gonna do right now. You're either gonna close your eyes or you're gonna shut up. Right? It's one of the twos, right? Because what we're gonna do can be very bad. But with a little bit of luck, it's going to work out very fine. Also in the future. But we still do not know that. If I would give it a chance, I would say it's gonna give us a 30% chance we're gonna be fine for the rest of the series. So that basically means that there's a 70% chance we're not gonna be fine. But we don't know yet when that's gonna happen. Because now we're gonna have some kind of a dependency, how do we call that? A dependency spiral. A little bit of React, to be honest, where you have these components calling components. You know what I mean? Like a state problem. State management, that's what we need. Because we need to have the server, right? And the thing is, the server is in the consumer. The consumer makes the peer. That basically means that we can put the server in the peer. Why? Because we're gonna... Yeah, we need to. We need to, there's no other. Task 3 that you can do is think about a better way on how we're gonna communicate between consumer stuff and then server peers, adding to topics. Most likely it's gonna change, right? Like I said, most likely this needs to change, but I don't want to make the decision to spend time on thinking about that, because that's gonna take me at least some experimentation and probably gonna be an hour in. Because it's important and you're gonna try some stuff and think about that, but that's boring in the stream. So what I'm gonna do is just do what I do best, and that's is writing simple things. Yeah, this is so bad, guys. What does a server and a peer? Well, actually, as you think about that, a server and a peer, yeah, some kind of interconnected. You know what I mean? No, isn't it? Damn, the Twitchies are fucking left behind. What up, people? What up, Twitch? Hello, Bash X. How many people do we have on? No, Anthony? We stay focused. Think about it. We have a peer. That peer that peer sends something to us, to our local version, so we can handle upon that. But the peer is a separate thing. The server is a separate thing. A server has multiple peers. But the peer needs to communicate to the server what it wants to do. Does that make sense? If you think about that, it's all fine. So we're gonna say server. It's a pointer, so it's fine. It's just a pointer. You know what I mean? Who's gonna change the server at the runtime? Who's gonna do that? What kind of idiot is going to change the server at the fucking runtime? Why? Exactly. Nobody's gonna do that. You know what I mean? Even not your school teacher. He's not gonna do that. So we're gonna say server. You know what I mean? And call it a day. It's gonna be S. Yeah. So what you could do is actually say something like that. Like I said, we're gonna assume that this is always gonna be okay if message action. Why I'm doing brackets? The fuck is that? Subscribe, right? P server, add peer to topics, MSG topics. It's that fucking easy. It's that easy. It's just that simple. Look at that. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle, and it's like a diamond painting puzzle. You know what I mean? And we just completed it. 1,000 pieces. Holy crap. VSC is on. Yeah. I already read that notification. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but hey, this like these message queue streams, I feel a lot of I feel productive. I swear. Let me know in the comments. Let me know right now in the chat what you think about that, because, like I said, this is not. This is, like I said, if you understand how to build these things and to come, it's not so to say like. It's the way of doing things. You know what I mean? It's like shoving the right puzzle pieces at the right moment. Do not do too much, but also do not do too less. And you know, because beginners are gonna have a lot of problems with that, because they are not stupid, right? If you're only, let's say you have 2 years of experience or 2 years of experience or 1 year or 6 months, you're not an idiot. You know what I mean? You're not an idiot. The problem is that you are afraid of taking these steps or taking certain decisions because you think they're not gonna be good. But I mean, if something works, is it bad? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if I need to knock you out, if I knock you out with my bitch hand, or I knock you out with these 2 knuckles here, you know what I mean? If you're knocked out, you're knocked out. You know what I mean? Doesn't really matter. You know? You're knocked out. If you're knocked out by a bitch slap, that's questionable. But, you know what I mean? You're down. It's over. It's GG. The same thing in programming. You do stuff. You make things happen. You make a decision and you trust it and you go for it. And later on in your program, that's what happens with me, is like, after a couple of sessions, it's like, oh fuck, I fucked it up, right? This peer thingy we did, that's not gonna work. So I made a mistake, right? But then I just refactor it, you know what I mean? And then you're gonna learn that from, okay, I did this pattern with this peer thingy. Well, it didn't work out, so it's probably not gonna work out for all my other projects in the future, you know? And by the end of the day, I mean, this is not your job, you know? If you build something in your free time, you want to go fast. It's like speed coding, you know what I mean? You want to build a message queue, that thing takes 6 months to build before, you know what I mean? It's not easy. If you want to make a production-ready message queue that people can use, it's going to take you months. Tests, and you need to do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But this is more of a speed coding stuff where you have a couple of weekends, you have this. Couple hours in a weekend, 2 hours Friday, 1 hour Saturday, boom. And maybe 1 hour in a Sunday, 2-3 weekends, and you have it built. Can you basically deploy that and let Microsoft use it? Of course not. But at least you have a lot of fucking experience, right? You know what I mean? It's gonna work. That's for sure. I'm 100% sure this thing is gonna work. The question what it is, yeah. There's a lot of things that needs to be min-maxed. You know what I mean? Wait, what am I? It's so hard, but I'm getting so good at picking up the wire, man. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, the server thing. Yeah. So we send it, then the peer is gonna, if it's subscribe, we're gonna add this topics here. So I'm gonna perfectly fine. That's what we need. We're gonna do an fmt println here. No, it's not true. We're gonna do an slog info with the adding peers to topics topics. It's that easy. You know what I mean? It's just the same thing. They're still calling with each other. We're gonna break that connection right now. Clear, and then, oh, I'm spitting again. Press this, boom. And then we're gonna have, oh, it's so easy, right, guys? This is no big of a deal, right? So, adding peers to topics is foo barbas. True, that's what it is, right? So, the moment we, so it's very, now we need to think about that. So how does a message queue actually work? Well, you're gonna, each time somebody is gonna publish to the message queue at a certain topic for a certain consumer group, but let's take the consumer group out of equation right now. If somebody publishes foo to the topic, the topic 1. If somebody publishes foo to topic 1, then 1, we need to notify all the consumers to topic 1, of topic 1, topic 1. But let's say we are sending integers from 1 to 10, and we are already at 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I guess. But we are just dialing in as a consumer, which basically means that our offset is 0. So we need to, 1, keep track of the offset, but that's for a consumer group. That's not per peer, that's per consumer group in my opinion. We need to start sending all these messages that are already in the queue. If our offset is 0, if that makes sense. So we're gonna assume that this peer for now, because we don't have the consumer group principle and the committing. That's probably for the next stream. We need to send all the messages add peer to topics, but you just have topics. What the hell is even that? You need to peer, right? Send all the messages from the peers offset to from the peers offset. Offset. Is that true? Right? Actually, to be honest, I'm gonna take peer first here and then topics. You know what I mean? This makes more sense. I did it like that. What the hell is that? I'm him. All right. How are we gonna do that? For now, what headphones are we using? Stefan. That's the... What the fuck am I using? Oh yeah. It's the Sony WH4 series, I guess. The 4 series. Yeah, 4, or is it 3? I don't fucking know. 3 or 4. I think if there is already a series 5, it's the 4. And if there is no series 5 and series 4 is the latest series 3. I think it's the series 4, by the way. Amazing headset. This headset is the best I ever had. It's on. It's over ear. It's noise cancelling is perfect. Bluetooth is amazing. The quality, it's crazy. It's insane. It's just the best headset I have ever had on my fucking head. I swear to God. So it's probably this, right? The Sony WH. Is it that? 4. Something like that. Just Google it. I think it's around 350 or something like that euros. We're gonna assume for now that the offset is 0. That basically means it's a fresh consumer, right? Didn't consume anything. Offset 0 is didn't consume anything. So now we need to go to S store Get store for topic. We have a function for that. That's insane. Store. Add probably. We need to have multiple topics. So we're going to do for underscore topic in range topics. Go is unreadable. It's readable, right? For underscore. What the hell is even that? Nobody knows. Topic. The colon equals range topics. It's kind of okay, right? We're going to say store r is as get store for topic. Topic. If r is not null, of course, because it's Golang. We're gonna... Yeah, what we could actually know, that's add peer to topics. If a peer subscribes to a topic that does not exist, we agreed in the previous stream, we're gonna lazy init that topic. The question about it is it doing that? It's exactly doing this, right? That's beautiful. That's amazing. That's why there is no error probably in this thing. Correct. That's why I'm so exhausted all the time, because I have multiple personalities inside of my head talking at the same fucking time to myself. So I'm thinking for two. I'm speaking for two. This is insane. That's why I'm so exhausted. Now it makes all sense. I was wondering what's going on with me for a very long time, but now I know. There's just multiple people inside of my head. It's crazy. Yeah, it costs a lot of money, but I mean, guys, like I said, man, do me a favor. If people following me, there are a lot of people here that following me for a very long time. I mean, if you watch all my videos, you don't need to watch all of them, but these concepts, I mean, if you should know that already, right? If people that are here for a year, do me a favor. Are you making progress? Are you making progress at your life? Like, job-wise? Because even this is going, it doesn't even matter. It's like if you... These things work in every language, basically. You know what I mean? It's like puzzling. It's like a puzzler. That's what you need to do, right? If you make a puzzle, each puzzle is different. Each language is different. But by the end of the day, it's training your... I don't know, man. I cannot imagine that people really want to learn and really trying their best following this stuff. You should have a good job with a lot of money. Oh, I know a lot of my following is from India and all that stuff, or from Africa, which it's not easy to be there. I understand that, right? We as Western people, we are so fucking lucky, right? I mean, we got born with a laptop shoved in our fucking ass. You know what I mean? But these people in these countries, they need to do with way less. They have way less opportunities. You know what I mean? And I just want to say for the people that are still grinding, because I know there are a lot from my emails and my DMs, from the people that live in these countries where it's difficult, war and all that stuff, but still finding the courage to learn. This is insane. That's actually crazy. I really respect that, because I think I wouldn't... That's crazy. But I would recommend, because they say, yeah, but in India I don't earn that much. I know that. But I'm 100% sure, right, that if you know these concepts, if you know what I'm trying to teach, actually, you should find a job outside of more in Europe or something where the wages are higher. The problem is that I know a lot of we don't make a difference at revenue. If you come from the poorest country in the world and you're an engineer, you gotta get paid like everybody else, right? Oh, but he's from India or he's from Nigeria, we're gonna pay him less. That's why they hire people from there, and I think that's so fucking bad. Yeah, but they life is cheaper there. Yeah, but that doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like I know that money is the motivation, and I also know that money is the conversation. So if you are a fucking company, if you're leading a company, if you're a CTO or whatever in a company in a better country, and you're gonna hire people from these other countries which do the same fucking work with the same fucking brains, and you're gonna pay them peanuts, man, get fucked. You know what I mean? That's bad. But I know there are companies that don't do that, and you should basically find the strength to basically search for these companies and get paid like you should be paid. I swear to God, you need to do that. Because you need to do that. And that's life-changing money for these people. That's life-changing money, because if you come home with 8K a month or 10K a month, you're a king. You know what I mean? You're a fucking king in these countries. People need to be treated based on experience level. We can all agree about that. We have people that are just starting out. Fine. They climb them up on the ladder. But that doesn't matter if you're fucking black, white, purple, whatever fucking gender you have, or whatever fucking country you live in. You should earn the same thing. And that's simple. And because I am at 11, we don't make any fucking difference, right? I don't care if you, everybody makes the same amount of money. Some people will need to spend more in their country because the Netherlands is expensive. That's your problem. And some people will gonna come home with a big pile of money because in their country life is cheap, but the life conditions are also different. You cannot compare that, right? You cannot compare the roads, you cannot compare the infrastructure, you cannot compare hygiene, you cannot compare all this stuff, security in these countries. People forget that sometimes, right? We as Westerns, like I said, we are born on a fucking blank sheet, and nothing happens, right? Bam! An iPad shoved up my ass, you know what I mean? Food for days, clean water, nothing happens, you know what I mean? People cannot make a sound after 10 because then they're gonna call the cops, you know what I mean? But in these other countries, you're basically born between bombs, right? You're born on a fucking rock with nothing, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I let that sink in. How these people need to live and still find a way, and still find a fucking way to make something from their life. That's actually crazy. Not gonna lie. Congrats to you, man. That's crazy. Anyway, we have a store. Get store for topic. Why is it not working? A storage. Yeah. This is error. We don't have an error, right? We're gonna create a topic. Lazy. So what I think we need to do is find, and then we're gonna, where can I apply? You can maybe soon, guys. Yeah, like, I swear, if you learn the stuff, watch all my videos over and over and over and over again, copy what I do, and I swear, it's impossible to not find a job. It's impossible. And the first thing you say is, okay, mister, I come from this country, but I don't fucking care. You're going to pay me as much as the rest. That's what we need to do. You see, let's spend some time on it because I think it's fucking important. Sabot, Nigerian here. It's hard. They pay 80% less than the same amount paid to SE in developed countries because there are always someone to take your position. I'm thinking about the last statement because there is always someone to take your position. That's true, but it also counts for me, right? Because I can feel myself powerful, and you can feel yourself confident, and you can be good, but there is everyone is replaceable in some way, right? But that's what I also say on a lot of streams. The problem is I cannot make these. Some people are not. That's what I say on a lot of streams. is that you need to have also a lot of other skills. How do they call that? Soft skills, right? You need to... somebody is very valuable in a company. Like, I will pick the less experienced developer that can think with me and can be creative, because to be creative and to think about solutions, you don't need to be a senior. A child of 6 can think about solutions, right? That's what we do, right? If you play with Lego, right? If you play with Lego or something else, or you're playing fucking RuneScape as a fucking child, or Roblox. My son is 6 years old. He's playing fucking Minecraft and Roblox. He's reading English. I never teach them English. He cannot even read, right? But he knows how to write camera. He was typing camera on his fucking iPad in Roblox because he wanted to change his costume with a camera or something. And I was watching it. I said, what the fuck? How the fuck did you learn that? Camera. He was writing that with his finger. It was crazy. He's 6 years. That's because he's playing games 24/7, right? So everybody can think. And I will pick somebody that can think and and is willing to learn and know how to talk, how to sell, how to come up with ideas, always over some guru developer that knows the details and knows pointers and, oh, watch out for this because this memory layout needs to be different, and add peer to topics. You cannot do this string thingy because that's bad, because it's not typed. You know what I mean? He's a very good developer and he knows everything, and he's pretty fast and he's good and he can test and he's just amazing. But that's the only thing he can, right? So try to be very versatile in your life. That's very important, because with being very good at programming alone, you're not gonna make it, right? Or you're gonna, yeah, maybe for Google or something, but that's a boring life, I think, working for Google. But that's what I think. No one is hiring junior devs, but this market is saturated as fuck, right? I mean, man, I will make a video about this because I think it's important. I think I also have a video in the full-time GoDev about that. What's going on here? No, my brain is 2 hours and it's GG. You know what I mean? It's time for some nicotine or something. I don't know what's going on. Wait, let me store. So we have the store, and then we actually need to find. That's the next thing we need to do. Probably the next episode is find the store dot something like a len. We need a len function here, so we're gonna call store len, right? And that's gonna give us a number, right? The size or something, right? And then we're gonna loop something like for size. I think I'm just trying to mock it out, right? And then we're gonna get all these messages, store get, right? We're gonna get this y, right? And then we're gonna basically write the WR, something like this, but we don't care about the R for now because we're mocking it out. Now we're gonna say we're gonna get all the peers, right? We're gonna loop again over all the peers, right? And range peers, right? Pseudocode, and then we're gonna percent b, right? That's in gross lines, in the big scope, in the grand scheme of things, what we're gonna do ish. And then we have basically an end-to-end system that works. You publish, you consume, all right? But then we need to do the details, right? Consumer groups, offsets, commits, and all that stuff, right? And do some other cool stuff. And then we have basically a fucking message queue, right? You can deploy and you can use yourself. Easy peasy, right? It's the same as Kafka. It's exactly the same. There is no difference. You know, it's like you can do pubsub, you can do it's fault tolerant because you have an offset that you need to commit, so you're gonna and then you can make it better, you know what I mean? Add more transports, testing things, make it faster, whatever you want to do with that, right? But for jobs, let's talk about that a little bit. It's basically so you need to understand, if you check Twitter, how many of these I'm not gonna, do I call it scammers? But it's like they, back in my day, programming was a real job. Of course, today still, but it was a job. You were, oh, you're a programmer, right? But now it's more of a lifestyle that's being advocated as being by influencers, right? Programming is suddenly turned into this lifestyle with MacBooks and nomad lifestyle where you can program everywhere and it's all easy and it's all rainbows and unicorns and we use React and all and it's cool. But the problem is that creates a lot of hype. But I think before COVID there was a lot of VC money involved into the tech scene, right? It was booming, right? People were dumping money in all these startups, and there was a big, like I said, it was a lifestyle. On Twitter, it was crazy. People are recruiting people, and it was insane. But now it's not anymore, right? Because people starting to realize that it's not that easy, you know what I mean? It's not I wake up and I'm chilling in, how does it call? I'm chilling at McDonald's with a coffee and I'm coding this cool thing. No, that's not what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah, you need to, if there is a job open, you need to understand how it works, right? I already explained this. It's like you sent your resume, but why would everybody's sending his resume? There's over 100 resumes. Who are you gonna pick? You know what I mean? Hello, sir. I saw your job opening. Oh, it is very cool company. I feel the same, and I want to work as a software engineer. I have 1 year of experience, and I have some bootcamp follow and a GitHub profile. Nobody's gonna hire that, right? You need to fucking lie. You need to fake it till you fucking make it, man. You know what I mean? Stop sending these fucking things. Remove Junior from your fucking thing. You need to fucking fake it till you make it. But you need to invest 10 times the time when you actually landed a job. Because they're gonna hire somebody that is not what they want at that time. You know what I mean? So you need to spend extra hours at home to learn and to, because you're gonna be slower, you need to learn these concepts. But you need to invest that time extra. But if you're gonna say exactly who you are, and I know this sounds very weird and people are gonna hate me for that, but if you're gonna say exactly who you are, they don't know you, right? They don't know your heart. They don't know how hard you want to grind for it. How much extra hours you want to make to come to basically get the knowledge you need. They don't know that. The only thing they care about is what did you do before and what are your studies, for example, right? And most of the time, you're not going to be a senior developer with a lot of experience. Most of you guys are basically just, I don't know, maybe 2 years, maybe 1 year, maybe 5 years or something. Maybe, you know what I mean? I think you need to be a little bit more brave and a little bit more risky. And you don't need to lie. But because lying, you will basically get caught anyway. But maybe you need to make it you need to make it sound better than it actually is, right? Because maybe you are better than than they perceive you, right? So remove the junior from your resumes. Remove all the things that do not matter. Remove them from your resume. But the more you put on that thing, the more stuff they can fall over. Oh, junior here, junior there's a junior. Next. Coded in PHP, coded in Python. Next, because they need a Go developer or something. You know what I mean? Try to craft your resume based on the job you're trying to land. I know it's a lot of work because if you want to have 50 jobs, then you need to have 50 different resumes. At Avenue, I don't care about a resume. I never ask one. I don't care. Because I'm from a principle that the only way someone can know if you're good or not good is to work with you, right? Because you can say whatever the fuck you want. I've been there, I've done that, so I know. So I just want to have a conversation about stuff, like here on stream. And then we work, and then we see, right? Anyway, are there any questions? Western outsourcing has been a result for our economies. Correct, right? What you see a lot also in Europe here is they just hire, oh, we have a project, we're gonna hire 10 Indians. I know it sounds weird, but we're gonna hire 10 from India. Some outsourced company with 10 from India, and they cost nothing, but they do the same job. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't understand that. And by the way, if you, it's easier said than done from my perspective here actually, but I mean, what is gonna stop you? What is gonna stop you to try to do something yourself? You know what I mean? What is gonna stop you instead of sending a resume is sending a bug fix? Let's say you're unemployed. Let's say you go to school or something, or you're unemployed, you have nothing to do. Or maybe you're employed, you work 8 hours, right? I know, you work 8 hours. But you're not happy. So you basically come home and you have 4 hours left. Why not try to find all the companies you want to work for, visit their websites, try to find something, try to see what they're doing, try to find mistakes, try to find potential solutions for their application you already have. Build something. Doesn't need to be pinpoint perfect. Just say, hey, listen, yo, my name is Ahmed. Yeah, I've been coding for all my life. Maybe you're 24. Who cares? I've been coding for all my life. I mean, I've been coding from my 14 or 16. Tell them something like that. I've been coding from my 16. Listen, I saw. I've been looking for something else, and yeah, I came across your company. I think it's cool. It's interesting. Although I don't know the details yet, but I looked around at your website. I also tried to sign up for your trial thing, and I saw maybe a future that could be interesting because this is what we have. This is what you have right now. But I mean, let's think about the customer's perspective. If we implement that future, it would be nice, right? And I had some free time, and I thought, yeah, why not make an MVP for that? So this is what I have, you know. It's written in React, it's written in Svelte with a Python backend or a Golang backend. But yeah, it doesn't matter because I write basically every language because that's what I do in my free time. You know what I mean? I don't like to go to hang out with my friends. I like to code and read and learn. Yeah, when do we meet? Tomorrow at 4 or Friday at 1? It's that easy. You know what I mean? They probably already hired me. The company that I don't know what it is. That's what you need to do. Clip this thing. That's what you need to do. You need to be proactive, right? Because everybody is sending us fucking bored resume. You know what I mean? The same thing over and over again. No. Proactive. You have 4 hours a day if you're employed. So that basically means every day you find something, you make something, and you send an email with a thing, or you call them or whatever the fuck. Send them an email because I don't know you don't want to call because you don't speak yet. That's something you need to learn. Be proactive, right? Make something already for them, right? Do not come up with your fucking Netflix clone. Don't you dare to come up with your fucking whatever clone, Twitter clone you're making with your framework. No, you make something for them. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. They probably also don't know. You come up with something that most likely is gonna work. Do some research. Check out the competition. Yo, listen, Company X. I see you have a job opening for a front end for an engineer, for a full stack, for whatever. Listen, this is your competition. I inspected their platform, and I saw you have this feature, and you don't have. But I have some fucking good news because I already implemented that feature. Here is a version. Here's a demo. How hard can it be? That's what you need to do, man. And I swear to God that this works all the fucking time because nobody's doing that. You're the only one that's doing that. I swear to God, that's the only one that's doing that. You're the only one. If somebody would do that for 11 you and you say, yo, listen guys, this is your app. Yeah, it's terrible. It's the UI sucks. But I have enough solution because I recreated that thing. Here it is. Here is the Figma file. Here is the Svelte. Here is the endpoint hosted on Versal. Here is everything. Here are your credentials. You can log in and check for yourself. If somebody is doing that and it's fucking insane, man, I swear to God, I fly to whatever fucking country it is and I'm gonna pick you up with a fucking with a limousine and drive them back to here and pay you a shit ton of money. Because nobody ever did that and probably nobody won't. You know what I mean? And that's what people, you need to be proactive. Try this out, I swear to God. Try it. Try it out. Maybe we're gonna try it on stream. Maybe we're gonna pick some random company. Maybe that would be an insane YouTube hit. We're gonna pick a random company and we're gonna rebuild something and we're gonna try to get hired. Under a fake name. With a fake picture. AI generated. You know what I mean? And see how fast you're gonna get a job. And we're gonna do as if we were a 22-year-old fucking from a third world country with zero to non-experience. But if you come up with something that they can see and feel and it's amazing, they're gonna hire you every single time. And then you need to say, yeah, that's fine, but you're gonna pay me exactly the same amount you pay the rest. Simple. And it's so easy, not in the sound. That's true, and it's so easy with all these packages also, guys. It's fucking easy. We are building things from scratch. You don't need to do that, right? This is just for learning experience. But if you really want to do something like you can build with all these tools, React. Don't think about Svelte. Just use fucking React or something, or PHP, or Laravel. You boot something up, you download a bunch of packages, and it's all being fixed for you. You know what I mean? You don't need to know CSS because there is like ChatCN, and it all happens automatically. You just download stuff and you can deploy it in fucking 2 hours. Ish. Let us be honest. It's not difficult. You just need to be brave enough to do it. I swear, coming up with your lead code stuff and everything, that's not gonna help, right? Nobody cares. I don't care about lead code. I am a lead code master. Yeah, fuck you. I don't need you. You know what I mean? I don't need somebody that makes fucking binary trees. I need somebody that can fucking think, build stuff for customers, and make cool shit. You know what I mean? And then there is the imposter syndrome. That was some junior. I'm sorry for the people on Twitch that I don't know. I need to merge these chats for some fucking reason. I don't know what it is here. God damn it. But somebody needs to try that out, guys. I know. It should work. I swear to God. I mean, maybe I should do it. Just to prove you. Just to prove you, we're gonna pick some companies. We're gonna check how bad they are doing, and we're gonna make them better. And we're gonna guys, they don't not even need to have some job opening open. If you can show that you're basically better than the whole fucking team by making something, by doing some research, and by checking the competition and add some kind of a feature for them, man, these guys are gonna be mind blown. The first one they're gonna fire is James at the fucking water cooler, and you're gonna take his place. You know what I mean? I swear. It's impossible. I have company. I know that. I know it's work like that. What is your view on Svelte? Good. It's very good. But like I said before, Svelte does not have a super rich ecosystem. Which, for me on stream, or for toy projects does not matter. But if you're a company and you want to go fast, and maybe React has a little bit of the edge here. But I like Svelte more from a programming perspective. Yes, I don't like React anymore. Julius, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. I just get an offer on OpenSea, which I never touched for years. And somebody had an offer. That's crazy. What you gonna buy? I don't have any decent. I don't even have my fucking private key anymore. Maybe somebody had dropped something special. You know what I mean? Like But what is your opinion on this? If you don't know how to code it by yourself, you can't design good systems. But the world doesn't work like systems, you know what I mean? Like, all the crazy systems you need to design already exist. Message queue exists. All fucking binary trees, all complex stuff already exists. You know what I mean? There's nothing to solve. There's nothing to create anymore, right? Distributed database exists. Key value stores exist. PubSub exists. Cryptographical stuff exists. Every package for every self-balancing binary tree exists. Everything exists. Every complex thing, that's the thing. Every complex stuff exists. There is nothing you can invent anymore. Unless you're fucking Einstein. Or Oppenheimer. But that's fine. That's not our job as a programmer. We are not researchers. We are not scientists. Right? We don't invent these binary tree special concepts, log n -1. We don't care. That's cool on the Primus and stream to learn about this stuff, but we don't care about that because that's not how businesses work. That's not how the world works, right? Some smart kiddo, some smart guy will figure something out, will make something faster, and there's gonna be a package and we're gonna use that. That's how it is, right? Cool. I'm not smart for that. I cannot do that. I'm basically dumb. I'm not as smart to do that stuff. So the only thing you need to know is how to compose stuff from the things that already exist, right? Companies don't need complex stuff most of the time. They don't need complex stuff. The only thing they need is people that can implement or solve problems they have in their business. You know what I mean? For example, and then I'm gonna quit the stream. For example, at Lavenue, one of the most important things at Lavenue is underwriting, right? And underwriting is basically that somebody's gonna try to trade his subscribers in return for upfront cash. But in able to do that is, think about a loan, right? If somebody wants to loan, you need to underwrite that loan. You need to make sure that the guy or that the company that wants to receive wants to receive money, that he has credible to pay it back, that it's not going to default. In order to do that, we try to gather their subscriptions from the subscription manager or a CSV file. We try to fetch accounting information, like a general ledger, and then we also look into the bank statements over PSD2 connection. So we have three sources of truth. The subscriptions, because it's recurring revenue companies, they have subscriptions, recurring revenue, accounting data, general ledger, and bank statements, bank transactions. If we use these three components together, we can actually verify. We can basically, how do we call that? Double check, double verify if it's true what they're saying. If they can actually have that loan, if they're credit worthy, if we can underwrite that. So the problem we have is that the users as a company. So I'm gonna give you a fucking problem. So if you want to fucking solve it, no problem. You know where to find me, right? Because I swear to God, if you come up with something good, you're the first one in, right? So the problem is that a user has multiple. They can have Stripe for their subscriptions. They can have Recurly, Chargebee. Some have none, right? Some, oh, we don't have that. It's all in our accounting software. So it's difficult to get these subscriptions because every fucking user has something different. You know what I mean? I thought everybody was using Stripe. No, it's not. Everybody uses everything. So we come up with, okay, cool. Upload a CSV file. Go to your fucking subscription managers. And make sure you export all your fucking subscriptions into a certain format. The same thing with a bank, with the bank statements, with the accounting statement. We said, we're still not sure how we do it all manually, but the goal, the problem we have as a company is we want to automate that. We want to automate that we have a list of subscriptions. The bank account, that's already done. Connecting to bank accounts, that's with a third-party thing, that PSD2, that's fine. The bank accounts, the bank statements, and then the accounting general ledger to make a balance sheet. Put these things together and come up with an analysis. Automated, without any single human interaction. That's the hardest part that we still not have solved to do that. That's a problem. Is that a crazy architectural problem? No. But that's a $1 billion problem. You know what I mean? So people are focusing on, oh, I need to know everything about distributed systems and all. No, you don't, because it already exists. If we need a distributed systems, okay, then we will find something, right? There is Kafka. We can do whatever. There are so many solutions for that, right? If we need to store some data in a fucking special binary tree that basically also wipes your ass if you're sitting on the toilet, fine. It's probably already been written. We don't need to do that. What we need to do as engineers to fill our fucking bags of money is to solve problems. And it's actually as simple as a file upload, but we need to parse it. How do we gonna parse it? How are we gonna set the columns? What columns? How do we know the user has the right columns? We have a general ledger. We need to go to a balance sheet. What do we need? The general ledger. Is every fucking accountancy software export the same general ledger? Do they have the same fields? Is it the same format? How are we going to fix that? That are problems we need to solve. And not all these performance increases and this and that and yada yada yada. That's all bullshit, right? That's completely trash. That's all fake. It's a scam. It's a lie. Because it already exists. And nobody's going to hire people to make that, right? No, the majority of the companies is not going to hire you to make this crazy shit. Because they already use stuff that already exists, right? People are going to hire you to solve these difficult problems. Will you save the record of this live? Yes, every live stream is saved on Twitch, but also on YouTube. Think better. Please watch this on fucking Twitch, man. What? No, sorry. Watch this on YouTube. That's my channel, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope there's a lot of information being said. We have a good coding session. Also, it's crazy, right? I'm happy. I'm hyped. Yeah, it's nice. I'm very happy actually. I want to thank everybody here. We're almost 30k subscribers on YouTube, so I want to thank everybody supporting me. Like I said, without you guys, I wouldn't do this, right? Because it is what it is. Yeah. All right. Hey, reach out on Discord if you want to reach out to me. No problems. Wish you a very good Wednesday evening. You know what I mean.